Before I get into the Kepa situation with Sarri, I just want to issue an apology to Maurizio Sarri. Um, Today proved that you need more time. You need more time as a manager because so many improvements I've seen today. I mean, from first of all, let's start with our ability to pass the ball. Let's start with our ability to pass the ball from the back through pressure. We've drastically improved that. I mean, it's nerve-wracking to watch as a fan, but the way we are able to just build up from the back, it's compared to how we used to play. It is completely day and night. But into this Kepa situation, I'm gonna get into the game also as well. But I just want to address Kepa. I understand you're passionate. That's why I took it as it's passion. You want to be out there. You don't want to, you want to win this cup final. It's your very first cup final, and very first cup final for a club. I understand that. But for you to do this, it's not only disrespectful to Maurizio Sarri, it's disrespectful to your teammates, and more importantly, it's disrespectful to Caballero, who probably it's probably agreed upon before the game even started. If the game were to go to penalties, especially considering the fact you have a hamstring problem, that Caballero, who's probably the better penalty saver, he's a great penalty saver, a great shot stopper. And for you to go and do this publicly like this, it's unforgivable, man. Especially considering the fact, you know, it was a strike. I think it was the second penalty that was taken. You had I'm just gonna I pray that Sarri doesn't get fired because of this match. He didn't win the cup. You can tell that this game meant a lot to him. So by Sarri's reaction, you probably can assume that he's not going to be there tomorrow. And if that's the case, it's unforgivable, Kepa. It's unforgivable. This just proves that the player power at this club is immense. The fact that he would do this in this stage in the cup final at Wembley, it just shows you, man. These players, they know that they have I've never seen anything like this. I've seen Diego Costa and Conte when Conte subbed him off a few times. It was I don't know if you guys remember or not. It was actually the complete opposite. Conte wanted him to stay on because what's it called? Obviously, he's our goal scorer, but Diego Costa wanted to come off the pitch because he had a yellow card, and he didn't. I guess he didn't trust himself not getting a second yellow, and just even Costa he obliged and he went with it. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit emotional right now, and that's another thing about my part of my apology. I was going to mention that when we lost to City 6-0, I let my emotions get the best of me. And I wasn't, it was blindingly, it was making me blind and oblivious to the fact that we have drastically improved as a team. For what I've seen today, after this performance, win or lose, I'm proud of the team's performance because we put in a shift. We put in a shift. Now I'm gonna segue into the game. Now, the first 2 seconds of the game, or 20 seconds of the game, Jorginho fouled Aguero. And I just wanted to address this. Shevchenko fouled 3 players from behind. No card was given or anything. He fouled Hudson-Odoi. He fouled Pedro twice. And they both were challenges from behind. And David Luiz fouled somebody once, and he gets the yellow card. They had 18 plus fouls, and only 2 yellows. Well, 3 yellows, as opposed to our 6 fouls that we got, and we got 3 yellow cards. Now Rudiger, okay, yeah, that's fair play. He did foul him, but I also wanted to say, the free kick was supposed to be taken further back because the original foul started back when the referee was playing the advantage. It was at least 5-10 yards back. So the fact that they got a shot at goal, I didn't agree with that. I thought that was bullshit. But no, the key to unlocking Sarri ball, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. He is the key to unlocking the ball movement. This crisp, just if you want to see reason why Loftus-Cheek should be starting over Barkley, go watch Barkley for the first 80 minutes of the game. Decide any part of the game between the first minute to the 80th minute, and then just watch about 5 minutes, 10 minutes of Ruben Loftus-Cheek when he came on. I mean, the ball movement was extremely. The ball was moving a whole lot faster. His touch on the ball was fantastic. He was able to absorb the pressure from the City players and kind of shrug them off because he's strong. He's a strong midfielder, and he was linking up the play with him and Hazard, and it was just beautiful to watch. Beautiful to watch. That touch, and I also want to say that was not offsides. That's bullshit, because any other game I've watched, the referee is told to wait until the play is dead and then they review the play. So the fact that they called offsides before Hazard even got a shot on goal, that's BS. That is BS, because I don't believe he was offsides. I wanted them to let him score and then they review it to see if he was offsides or not, because they didn't even review it. They didn't even review the offsides call or anything. That I found that to be very suspicious. I don't think they wanted us to win this cup final. But like I said, if Sarri gets fired, it is all on Kepa. It is on Kepa, because when a manager tells you to do something, whether you agree with it or not, that's a different situation. It's a different story. You guys can talk it out after the game or whatever. But for you to go over and just completely ignore him, right? And he's telling you to come off, and you put him in a bind. You know, Maurizio Sarri say, you know what, I can't do anything. I can't. He won't come off, so I'm just gonna put my faith in you, and you're gonna have to live with the consequences. You know, but I also did like the fact that during the first extra time period, I did like that Hazard and Sarri were having a conversation about tactics. I'm assuming they were like debating. I guess he was saying that what's it called? Sorry about that. I guess he was saying that he wanted to what's it called? He was suggesting to put Hazard towards his favorable position in the left wing and put Higuain on, and I guess they were conversating about, you know, is he okay with that? And fair play, fair enough. He made the Sarri came into this game. I think he did a fantastic job, tactical masterclass. We came in, we were very solid defensively. We were preventing them from crossing the ball in a lot. And David Luiz is probably our best defender when it comes to dealing with aerial balls. But I noticed that Pedro and Willian and also the midfielder, their job was to help push the City players out wide and trap them, and don't allow them to cross the ball in. And fair play, it worked. We didn't concede any goals. We lost the penalty shootouts, and whenever we go to the penalty shootouts, it's 50-50. You know, so I pray that Sarri isn't gone, because this game right here proves to me that I was wrong, and a lot of people that said Sarri out, they're wrong as well. So I'm reneging on my thoughts about Sarri being out. He needs to be given time, and if we were to sack him tomorrow, Sarri isn't gonna get the worst end of the stick. I mean, we're gonna be in a worse situation, because who's gonna come in after that? We have a transfer ban coming up, right? So there's the potential that the new manager coming in is not gonna get the players he wants. And I just want to say also that Kante is world class. Everybody that said he should be in a center defensive mid role because he wins 50-50s, you're crazy. You are crazy, and I'm telling you why. He offers so much more than just winning 50-50s. So much more, and today proved that. His ability to receive the ball, to not only win the ball 50-50 in the midfield, but run from the deep position. He can run for days, and the commentator put it perfectly. I swear he has a third lung. I mean, honestly, he has a third lung. I don't know. how he's able to run like this. He has energy for days. I wish I had energy like that. I would probably be playing someone professionally, because that was my biggest thing. I couldn't keep up. I had injuries and stuff like that, um, but his ability to not only win the ball but to run at defenders and just make great decisions on the ball, because his ability to play a ball is underrated, and make the right decisions to also make outlet passes towards the wings. He's great at doing that, and his ability to just receive the ball from the deep end of the pitch, the deep side on our side of the ball, and just run and into space and create opportunities. He excels at that. That's why he offers so much more, in my opinion, than just winning 50-50s and being limited to that center defensive mid role that everybody keeps saying he should be playing in that role. Today proved that he is worth more than that. He is drastically improved, and he's embraced that role. And he just looks like he's willing to do whatever it takes to win. And if this is partly what I was talking about. This is about the end of the conversation with Maurizio Sarri and Hazard. I couldn't catch the entire conversation, but I just thought that was great. But what else? Oh yeah, Sarri from other than Christensen not playing today, this was perfect. I would have taken Barkley off a whole lot sooner, because he was giving the ball away so many times in the midfield, and it kept making me cringe, and it was very nerve-wracking. I was like, okay, sorry, 80th minute, I understand you don't want to make any changes really, because it's late in the game, and it's kind of hard to bring somebody from the bench, sub them on in this type of situation. The game is very intense, and it's kind of being fast-paced, back and forth, and sometimes you come onto the pitch and you have a mental lapse. You're not really into the game. It takes you a minute to get into the game, and that's not fair to that player to be brought on to that situation. But like I said, after this performance, either win or lose, I'm proud of my team. They showed that they wanted to win, and it's heartbreaking because we deserve to win this game. We deserve to win this game from the first minute to the last. We were better tactically. We wanted it more mentally. And honestly, I don't even think City were allowed to even get into that third or fourth gear the entire game. Like I thought they were holding back a little bit, but maybe I wasn't sure if that was because of us, the way we approached the game, or was it because that they just weren't taking us seriously. So from that perspective, I just want to say that I'm proud of my team. We did a great job. Now it's on to Spurs. I hope that Sarri is available, because Liverpool, they drew with Manchester United. So we have a chance of catching up into that fourth spot. Arsenal are currently in that spot, but if we win, I believe we do get that fourth place slot. We at least could move up to fifth. So yeah, I'm just hoping that Sarri doesn't get fired for this or sacked for this, because a lot of emotions. That's why I'm trying to be objective. I'm trying to be forgiving of Kepa, because I understand his passion. Your ego. You want to win. You don't want to be taken off with 3 minutes left to go in a cup final in extra time, and penalty shootouts are coming out. You want to be there for your team. You want to be part of that. I understand that, but for you to go against Sarri, it's not fair to Sarri, because he's gonna be asked these questions. He's gonna be forced to answer these questions that shouldn't even have to be answered. But now he's gonna be he's gonna have to answer, and it's gonna be interesting what he has to say after the press conference. Chelsea board, if you fire Sarri after this game, you need to fire Miranda Granovskia. Simple. It's not even fair that Sarri it has to be the scapegoat for this. And if I can turn the corner and come to the right decision, that this man needs to stay here. He needs to be given the backing, and obviously, Given the time, Sarri ball will be a good. Sarri ball will be unstoppable. I have a fun fact for these guys. Remember when Pep Guardiola was everybody in the media was saying Pep is not ready for Premier League. He's not good enough for the Premier League. His first 43 games as manager. Compared to Sarri has one more win than Pep Guardiola. In their first 43 games as a manager in the Premier League, Sarri has one more victory than Guardiola. So with that being said, you remember when everybody was saying that Pep wasn't ready for the Premier League, including myself? I was like, oh, that's La Liga, it's Barcelona and Real Madrid and who else? Atletico maybe? That's it. And then you go over to the Bayern's Liga, where Bayern wins the league every season. There's not much credibility, but he was given a financial backing. They supported his idea, his football image, and they gave him the team. And now look at them now. They're unstoppable. Especially last season, they were unbeatable. I mean, they weren't literally unbeatable, but they were unbeatable. And yeah, after today, I'm like I said, I'm proud of my team. Eden Hazard, he put in a shift. For the amount of times that he won the ball in our 18-yard box and then ran at defenders to relieve the pressure and won free kicks in our box, it was fantastic. And Emerson, we won. See, this is why I wish Sarri doesn't get fired, because I feel like we won as Chelsea fans. We won a battle today. We won a battle. We've been preaching Sarri, no more Alonso, and slowly but surely, I think now Emerson is going to get his chance now in the first team as the #1 left back on our team, because denying it now. There's no denying it that he is our best fullback. Yes, he has some work to do, but today he put in a great shift. I have no criticism at all. Other than the Kepa situation, I have no criticism of how my team played today. Very unlucky. We created several chances. It was beautiful to watch. From a neutral perspective, it was a very beautiful game. I don't think I've ever seen a more dramatic game, a more, captivating game. I was on the edge of my seat the entire way, and I feel heartbroken because we deserve to win more. In my opinion, we deserve to win more than Manchester City because we put in more effort. We outplayed them tactically, and they had no answers for us. They didn't know what to do, and Sarri changed it up. He made it was a 4-2-3-1 with a false 9, and as Eden Hazard being a false 9 with Willian and Pedro. I think we all can agree that Pedro is probably our best winger as far as being a ball winner and winning the ball back on the defensive side. He is probably our best tackler as a winger, because wingers aren't known for their tackling, but I think Pedro is great on the defensive side. That's why when we were playing the 3-4-3 under Antonio Conte, he was always that he played wingback a couple games too, because he's a great ball winner. He's great at winning the ball compared to all the other wingers. Defensively, he's better than all the other wingers we have. And now Hudson-Odoi, fair play to him. He hasn't played enough for me to say something about that, but I noticed that Azpilicueta, he concedes less when Hudson-Odoi is on that right wing side, so maybe he has something to do with that. But today, Ruben Loftus-Cheek standout performance. Incredible. Kante, no more. I don't want to hear anything about him being relegated to that defensive midfield position. He has shown today that he is much more than just a ball winner. That's just a caveat. Now, I almost shed a tear during this video because I'm very emotional right now, because that was a hell of a game. That was a hell of a game that I feel like we deserve to win. And fair play to City. They took better penalties. Jorginho, I always had a problem with players like that. Even when I played soccer, even when I played football. Players that do this cheeky finish. Eden Hazard is an exception. He made it. If you make it, fair play. But I always been an advocate of just picking a side and just smashing it, whatever side you choose to pick. But the fact that Jorginho, I get it, you're cool, calm, and collected, I get it, or whatever. But you don't have to, this is a cup final, man. You don't have to do this fancy bullshit. Just pick a spot and smash it. Azpilicueta took the best penalty. I mean, that's exactly what you want, or whatever. You don't even have to smash it top corner. Just pick a spot and just go with it. But the fact that he wanted to pass, it wasn't even like a strong penalty or whatever. You could at least, if that's the spot you're gonna pick, you could at least put more power into it. Like, come on, man, that was unnecessary. It was an easy penalty to save. I mean, he could have dove to the right and then said, "Oh shit," he actually went left and then still saved it. Ridiculous. Anyways, man, I'm not gonna criticize Jorginho. It's just a penalty that I wish he had taken better, considering the fact he is our best penalty taker. But Jorginho played a great game today, besides the penalty. Everybody played a great game. I have no criticism whatsoever about the team. Everybody put in a shift, except for Barkley. Barkley was our worst player, you know, but fair play. You know, he did win some challenges. He did show some signs of, like, you know, he won the ball in the midfield and he dribbled a couple times and he was going forward. But he needs to learn how to pass the ball forward, because this sideways bullshit, he was putting Kante into very unfortunate situations. Like, he would try to win the ball, or he would win the ball and then immediately try to give it to Kante and put Kante under pressure to get rid of the ball. Like, no. And Kante wound up fouling like twice because of that. But in the beginning of the game too as well, Kante was fouled outside of the box. There was no foul, no free kick given or anything. But what are you guys' thoughts about today's game? Leave me your comments, your like, share, subscribe. Leave me your comments, dislike, like, and I'm out, man. Let's hope that Sarri doesn't get fired. I'm always gonna support this team, this club, and up the Chelsea, man. Forever and always.